Pressing it. And hello, everyone. This is weird. I'm adjusting the volume on my end so the game might be more or less loud. Oh, dude, even Kalsa's pet mouse is here. Listen to that.
Sorry. My timing's impeccable, I'm sorry.
So, you might be in this stream thinking, oh wow, they're playing Danganronpa V3, that's neat. I can't wait for them to start from the beginning. Well, unfortunately, that's not what's going to be happening here. We have played all the way up to the murder in Chapter 3 on Kalsa's channel. I feel like that's fine to just kind of say and leave it at that, because we will be making a playlist later with all of them in order. I just haven't done it yet. I feel like me, Kals, and Dryad are effectively in like an unofficial lazy VTuber group. So, like, it's fine.
Oh my god, you're right.
But that does mean if someone somehow, some way is just popping into this stream, and also, I realize I don't have my chat pulled up. I'm so sad. Let me fix that. Hopefully that works and doesn't just sit there and be blank like it's being. Okay, well, we've gone through chapters 1 and 2. Someone might watch this having not seen the other two. I don't know why you would do that. That feels like a terrible time, but you can. So who wants to recap chapter 1, and then the other person can recap chapter 2. And if you forget what happened, just make up what happened. It's fine.
I remember chapter 2 better than chapter 1.
So you should recap chapter 1 and make up what you don't remember.
Okay. Chapter 1, who the fuck died?
Oh no! Alright, never mind. Arissa, can you recap chapter 1? Do you remember?
Yeah, so the person who died in chapter 1 is the protagonist of the game.
The other person, I assume.
Hit protagonist Kaede Akamatsu was executed for murdering Mr. Avocado Man. You didn't remember that?
I remembered Kaede dying. I didn't remember the name of Avocado Man.
Rantaro Amami.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about him.
I know. They forgot he existed so quickly. Don't worry, they'll remember he exists in like a chapter or so when they do a sad flashback of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll remember he was a person eventually. But yeah, Kaede set up a scheme that we as the player were unaware of to shot put Ball, the quote-unquote mastermind, in the head. She got the wrong guy and just killed someone. And then she was like, and then it kind of tried to cover it up, but not really. And then we did like a fun little switcheroo, and now Shuichi's the protagonist, and then Kaede dies via piano.
Yeah.
And spikes. And strangulation. It's a large combination. And
alright, Kals, what do you remember? Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. One of our favorite characters died, little sad tennis boy.
Ryoma.
He died because, Ryoma died by being, he died before he got eaten by piranhas, but that's logistics. And the maid had killed him because something about her being prime minister?
Yeah, she was secretly the prime minister of Japan.
That's right. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, that's the most ridiculous plot point I've ever heard.
No, yeah. You'll remember because Dryad lost his mind at the line about like making Japan great again that they put in there.
That's right.
Does the thing with Maki happen in chapter 2? It does, right?
Yes, we know what her actual talent is.
Yeah, up to that point, Maki
she
said,
kills people.
Yeah, she kill. She was not our Engel, but our devil. She's actually the ultimate assassin.
Yeah,
Now in
we
now
found
in
out
chapter
that her saying that she was the ultimate child caregiver was in fact just she happened to be an orphan and there were other orphans there and she was the oldest, so she was like there. And also she kills people.
and also she kill.
Mhm.
In chapter 3 now, Monokuma died. He like rotted away, and now the Mono kids are here. And
Oh yeah, the Mono kids have been slowly dying, thank God.
the leader now of the Mono kids introduced a new motive, which is just that they'll revive someone, like straight up use the Necronomicon and bring them back to life. How this would be done, we were not told. We were told you need to complete a ritual and then it would happen. The actual mechanics of how they intend to bring someone back to life, not explained. Also, we found Angie dead inside. Someone killed her dead inside of her art room, and we don't know who it is.
Mhm.
And there's a locked
Dun,
door,
dun, dun, close locked door mystery.
which is where we're at now. Look.
Yay! Look at her. She's fucking dead.
So I assume
And there's a bunch of wax sculptures.
I assume we're still keeping all of our voices. Like that's what I
Yeah.
figure.
So.
And then we'll just cover Dryad as we go. Dryad will be here
Yeah.
soon.
Oh god, what the fuck is Shuichi's voice?
It was like kind of edgy mask voice.
Yeah, it's
This
like your
door
voice,
is
but
the
you breathe
lab's
heavy
back
out.
door. Shut up, you're right! Ah!
That's not meant to be a diss. That's how I remember half the voices I do.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I remember my voices as like, it's my voice, but it's up. It's my voice, but it's in the back of my throat. It's my voice, but I breathe heavy. It's my voice, but I don't breathe.
That's what his but don't breathe.
Yeah.
That's what I do when
This
my
door
kids
is
and I really
the
have to push the
lab's
voice
back
out, but I
door.
lose my breath.
Okay. This door is the lab's back door. We'll get into it. It has a sliding lock and is still locked. No one has used this door since we got here. I suppose that means Angie locked this door and it's been locked the entire time. There's also something gold and shiny on the knob of the sliding lock. That is interesting. In addition to that, opening and closing the lock is exceptionally easy. The lock slides at the slightest touch. That may be an important clue as well.
Okay. Let's use our sonar to see what all's in this room. I really do like to imagine he like tilts his head up like a dolphin and does like the
Just bat. This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
I really wish they called it the Mononomicon.
The Necromononomicon. And he tried to perform the ritual written in this book.
Oh, look how cute. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual.
Oh yeah, that's yours.
Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be of, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution and be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes of the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely.
Under normal circumstances, resurrection of the dead is impossible.
You are at the bear school.
But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out.
Okay, so we got that one. Wants us to look at all the effigies, and then I assume Dead Painter. in the middle.
Archers are hung up with rope from the silence exposed beams.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
Gonta in the
Gonta.
corner!
Oh,
No!
Gonta.
Aww. These wax figures are definitely the same ones Angie made. But why are they hung up? Is this also part of the resurrection ritual, or is there another purpose? It would take a lot of work to hang all these up. That implies there was a reason behind it. But what is that reason? And who did it? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely?
It's not a part of the ritual, we know that much. It's my boy.
God, I saw Ryoma hanging up, and I was like, why is he hanging from the ceiling? And then I remembered he's dead.
Yeah.
Refugees.
Are these the
Same ones
same?
Angie made. Okay, this is the same.
Right.
There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead. The fatal wound is the one to the neck, but what about the one on her forehead? It also bothers me that the wound on her forehead is deep, but not bleeding much. There's one more thing. The duct tape that Maki found under the body. Why would that be here, of all places? The tape had Angie's hair on it. It must be related to the case.
Okay. I think that's everything. At least for that immediate, area. We can talk to some of these people.
Yeah, because we already looked at the katana.
Everyone should have been in rooms, because student council say no one allowed out at nighttime. But then, what Angie doing here?
Gonta.
He's going to cry.
I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit? Huh? Tenko? Oh, it's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Yumiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council. So you suspect Tenko? 'Cause as a member of the student council, she wouldn't have been allowed into this lab.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And she did allow members of the student council into her lab.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I got a phone call.
You're fine.
God, what even is her voice? I don't remember.
She's like
I think...
the cold, serious one.
Oh yeah, she's like my voice, but down.
Yeah.
That's right. Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Yeah, Angie had been shut away here, working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here. So Angie only let in student council members. That would have been Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious.
So what we know, you remember. Alright. Oh, is this like a thing I can... It's unlocked, but I think... Okay. There's still things to investigate. Hello, Maki.
Hey.
You're just
Found
ignoring
something.
me.
When we got to this lab, you're sure the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The vent entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock.
There, open says me. Hee hee hee. I need to relearn the voice. I did it for like 2 days.
No, that was beautiful!
Did I skip one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he picked the cylinder lock open. Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
That would have been impossible from the outside. The monocubs took the key.
Okay, here it is, but there's only one key, so don't lose it.
It's your voice, but up.
It's
It'd
my
be
voice,
bad
but
if
up
you
and
lost
breathing.
it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door if you open it on the outside.
Let me see that key.
I forgot you gave him like a not robot voice.
Monodam's key from Monophony and then lifted it to his mouth. Nom.
He ate it.
So, Kokichi is the only one to have opened or closed the door from the outside, right?
Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from the outside. But someone inside could have opened the door and closed it as they pleased.
It's an inside job.
So, the front door was locked in the inside room.
No.
Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors.
Still, it's strange that the front door and the back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked. In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right?
Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder's lock key was taken by the monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside.
But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right?
I like this sprite because it looks like the pellet goes here. You know?
He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly.
And that's true.
That's right.
Also, when he appeared at an oddly convenient time. He appeared at an oddly inconvenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious.
It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient.
Also, this doesn't get talked about, but what are these things supposed to be? At least I don't think it gets talked about.
I have no idea.
I don't remember. I think it might just be a sprinkler system.
Those are the submarines that those rich people died in. Like, they just have them.
This is where they... I know the rooms were locked at the time, but this is actually secretly where they tub that Ryoma died in.
Oh god.
Dad, welcome.
I'm here.
Dad.
We're
I
live.
missed so much.
You missed basically nothing. They said the door is locked. Kokichi lockpicked the other
times.
door, and so he could have got in and done it, but it seems too convenient. You'd remember that the mono kids ate the one key to the store, so now that it's locked, we just can't do anything.
Hey, the mono kids, like, implying it wasn't just, like, the robot. Like, they all
Yeah,
split
I mean,
into
that's
ways.
true. I think there's still... Yes, Mew.
Oh
Yeah?
god.
Me? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why.
You go to Mew, you're like, please leave.
I mean, honestly...
Oh god, what was her voice other than bitch?
It was
You
like
did like
Valley
a
Girl.
valley girl kind
Yeah.
of thing.
This the Busty Brain Beauty has this all figured out. Huh? You mean you know who the culprit is? Huh? The culprit? Fuck that.
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
Hey, wait, god damn it. Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come
Oh my
on,
God.
listen to me.
That might be the
Listen.
closest we've ever had to a character reacting to your reaction.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell ya. You better thank me for this.
You know.
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
You chip it away, and Ryoma's in there like a Kinder egg.
I was gonna say,
Oh no!
it's
Awful
just
mental
pure
image,
crack
thank you.
cocaine.
God, now I'm thinking about it and I hate it. But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions. Diversions?
Listen up.
Yep. The culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Is that Sherlock Holmes?
Damn, I haven't heard
Insane
Burns that
dialogue.
good. It's like middle school.
Jesus Christ!
See, there's a line in 100 Line where there's like one of this, like, you know, it's like the stereotypical, he's like the Fuyuhiko type, you know, where he's like brash, but he's also like buff, so he's like halfway between
I'll
like
kill you.
a Fuyuhiko and a Mondo.
Yeah.
And then but his whole thing is that he's actually just like normal. Like, he's not controversial whatsoever. He's just like a chill guy. His one like minor nitpick is that he's like a little bit of a misogynist in the sense that he holds on to that like I won't hit girls thing very strongly. But he has this one line where he's like really mad at one of the girls, and he's like, I don't hit girls, so if your egg's gonna crack anytime soon, let me know. Do what I want to do. Which was, I was not prepared for that dialogue, but it was so funny and unexpected.
I have a strict moral code, so let me know when you transition. I can beat the shit out of you.
That is
He was really like, let me
fucking
respect you by
hilarious.
punching you square in the jaw.
Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame her.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She on the rag or something?
I don't know what that means.
me
I'm
neither.
so lost.
On
like
her
a
period.
Really old school historical name for like on your period, because it used to just be rags
Wow.
instead of like pads.
Does she
Yeah.
have the vapors?
So, and you made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know. Let's just see how detailed these really are. Please don't look up their skirt.
I'm gonna have to lick and sniff through every one of these statues.
God damn it, she did!
Well, of course.
You tried to look up the wax figure skirt. What are you doing? Stop that!
He.
Dude, if I was a sculptor, I would just put my watermark there.
What? I
That's
just want to see if
crazy.
this doll was wearing panties. You fucking creep Mew. I'm not saying that!
Okay. I need to turn the cow's volume down. Hold on.
we need
Jesus
like
Christ.
now that T is streaming, I propose we add a redeem that makes it so that cows has to read a Mew line that they normally wouldn't.
And I feel like that there are like laws against those
No.
kinds of things that I don't want to break.
Entrapment.
I'm starting to agree with Maki that talking to Mew is a waste of time.
And what did we learn from that? No, I didn't mean to do
Fuck
that.
all!
Okay.
No! What do you mean?
we learned that the panties weren't visible from height level. That'll be important in the
God.
trial.
That
Oh,
would,
there's
you know
monitor
what? It
communicating
doesn't
up
matter
on
because I'm
screen.
talking about it, but that would matter in this game.
Oh god.
Close enough. Welcome back, Danganronpa
Just-
1, Chapter 2.
But just seeing it makes me feel sick.
Is that
Oh,
how
this
they
is
find?
really-
I'm so that.
Do
chapter
you need
makes
to
me
go
so
look at
mad.
the katana? Is that
Dude, not-
what it's missing?
Oh, did
I
I
love that
not?
Gonzo's like looking away. If I don't see,
Ceiling.
maybe she's not dead.
We've already read that.
Same
Same one. You need to click on the katana.
Katana.
Yeah, I think that's what it's missing. The katana stabbed into Kaide's effigy. It's likely the same katana that was displayed in Kyo's lab. The blood on the tip suggests that this is the murder weapon. The blade is rusted and dull, but it can still stab effectively. Why use this particular weapon? If they went to Maki's lab, they could have had their choice of weapons. Is it because Kyo's lab is close by, so they chose it out of convenience? Or is it like Maki said, they needed a long weapon? But in any case, why stab the weapon into the effigy after the murder? I can't imagine this was intended to hide the weapon, but why did they do that? There's still a lot of mysteries I need to solve at this stage.
You
I need to go to the original location of the murder weapon, Kyo's lab. There might be a clue there.
you just like pull out the katana and there's like a smaller knife in deep inside. Whoa!
The mystery.
What is there
solved.
left to investigate?
Oh. I mean, we've examined the body. I assume it's not just the green glowing things. Because we've talked to a lot of those. Can I lead through here?
Enough.
I mean, maybe... We talked to Gonta before, but maybe we can talk to him again. Yeah, he said that.
Okay, never mind.
He
Darn
said
it, I
exactly
just
those
lied.
And we also read this.
Yeah, this is the same.
We read the Necronomicon thing, and we examined Angie's body before.
Well, having
Or-
T
wait,
having
pool
T
of blood.
piloting is really ruining it. We're really beefed now.
We need to finish it by the end of the year.
He finally
small pool?
takes the reins and we're stuck immediately.
A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. This blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this...
This blood is dry. Must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed, maybe more.
That fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file.
Now, am I done? Alright, I think I'm done now.
Oh, thank God.
Ah, there it is.
Angie's body appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us
Oh,
something.
the elephants in
Something's never-
combination.
I was gonna
Let's
say.
continue the investigation for now.
I don't know anything
Maki,
yet.
what's
Let's
wrong?
keep going.
So what?
It's not that important, but... The only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene.
What the fuck does that mean? Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy's useless.
Anyway, let's continue.
Oh,
I think we've finished investigating everything for now.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
You're right. First we should investigate the ultimate anthropologist's lab. We may find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
That's true. We need to check if the katana really did place.
Is something wrong, Maki?
By the way,
Just occurred to me, why am I acting like your partner?
whatever.
That's fine, just don't get used to it.
we didn't ask.
Yeah.
It's not like I asked you, but it's fine by me.
It's not like I want you to be my partner, Babaka.
It's true that Maki is a tremendous help to me.
Is she? I mean, I guess she's pretty good at diagnosing bodies.
Yes, I will.
She definitely made a note of like Shuichi is too good at investigating. I will have to kill him when I decide to finally kill.
Alright, Ultimate Korekiu's lab. Also, I now sympathize with Kels, because in order to pull up the map, I need to hit F1.
Wow.
It's, like, not a It is a controller button, but it's the PlayStation like big button in the middle that you press,
Oh my gosh.
and I'm not
is it the
using a
home
PlayStation
button?
controller. So it's just not mapped to anything, so I hit F1.
Wow.
I mean, mine was mapped to my controller, but
We're using a PlayStation controller.
We were giving you an out, Cows. You're like, no, I'm just bad.
no. I have a fancier, like, pro controller. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from...
So I can do it at any time, so it's not just mapped to a weird button I don't recognize. Alright. It's from this exhibit case.
Oh, the sheath is gone.
It's just a sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Maki, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here, I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab after all.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too.
Oh, it's him. It's the he. Are we... Okay, so you would remember we switched him
I
off
did
for like
remember.
2 streams, and then we switched back.
We switched back? Oh my god. You're right, we did switch. Oh my gosh. It's been way too long.
It's been 2 months.
You guys just keep switching back and forth at random.
Yeah.
Easy.
Every time
Whoever gets to the line first.
every new stream we switch and Cows has to like catch us. It's a little game we play. Oh, what are you guys doing here?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance?
You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look. Anyway, I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Yeah, also there's that plot point that we haven't really talked about. They're also doing a seance.
I just realized I'm doing a different voice for him, but it's too late to go back.
Something for the seance?
Yep, that white sheet over there. I'm gonna be a spooky ghost.
Oh my god.
Well,
That was the ghost.
I'm glad someone
That
laughed.
was the ghost.
That was the ghost.
Yes, it was definitely a ghost.
We brought the wooden log. Wait, sorry. Hold on. I am going to go back. I can't do this voice much longer. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
How is that
That's the same
easier?
voice. I don't remember how to do Kokichi. I'm so lost.
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog, and a white sheet?
We're
Don't ask
playing
questions you
Monopoly.
don't want to know the answers to. Hey, don't ask me. I don't know why. That's the end of that sentence. That's why I figured I'll do a little research on this seance before I got the sheet.
Study?
So, let's see.
Kokichi took a look around and
I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it? Yep, it says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it. Let's see, what did it say about the Cage Child seance?
Kokichi flipped through the old
Just-
book. He picked it up.
Like loudly reading to himself, hoping people notice, like a stuck-up like librarian. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Cage Child is mentioned here. If only I knew how to read. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a voice. Hio's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Cage Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, in a dark place with no light.
If I remember correctly.
Just like Kyo said.
First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Cage Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle. and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterwards, the other 4 participants, well, you don't want to know what happens next.
Oh god.
You must put the iron cage over the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god, oh hell yeah, the palindrome, it's here! Finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage. I sound like a TikTok. Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations.
The dog god? You mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn on all the lights to create complete darkness, and then you get to kill someone. The seance will begin when 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing the Cage Child song. This thing reads like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. After the song, ask, is the cage child, and then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it says.
Are there Yu-Gi-Oh cards that utilize verbal components? Or it's like
I think so, yeah.
You can tell your
like
opponent a riddle and they have to answer in 5 seconds or take 500 damage.
Oh gosh, I know Pokemon cards have that. Like Blaine's Quiz has that.
That sounds complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say?
Well,
Whether it works
No.
or not, Kyo's been wanting to conduct the seance for a while.
Since I was fortunate enough to obtain one of those copies, I have already memorized it, which is why I needed someone to read it to me, I guess. But I never thought I'd be able to lay eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it too. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But
But is that even possible? Contacting Angie's ghost?
If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi? You know we'll make you. The plot demands it.
Oh
Huh?
my god, I just remembered the stupidest plot point in this chapter. Like, we've been anticipating this chapter because of something in particular, which I will not elaborate on any further because spoilers, but there's another thing that I remembered happens in this chapter, and I'm like, it's honestly possibly not on the same level as, by the way, Kirumi is secretly the Prime Minister of Japan, but it's ridiculous in that vein of like, why would this be how it happens?
DM
And I
me,
just
Arissa.
remembered, and I will. I cannot wait to get there.
I mean,
It could be one of 3 different things.
What are the other ones you're thinking of?
The thing with Kokichi that happens,
Oh yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
and the existence
Wait,
of the
talk
murder
about-
motive, just kind of in general.
dude,
Oh
I-
wow,
I
secret
wish we
4th
had-
thing unlocked. That's
I wish
crazy.
I wish we had an option. I wish we had an impact on the game of you just being like, "What about that thing that happens to Kokichi?" It's just like, "What? What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
What thing?" See, as far as I'm concerned, as soon as the like confirmed terrible guy starts looking for a white sheet, I'm like, "Oh, there's only a few ways this can go, and it's all bad." There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
it's true.
We're watching we're watching trailers. It's like at a movie
I think it's
theater.
better if you joined them.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens.
As a detective. Huh. Yeah, I think you're right.
Now you're talking.
All right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you. The 3 empty rooms were in the middle one.
Kokichi spoke as though he was inviting me to go play, then left the room.
Yes, the entire Cage Child sequence, you've memorized it as a bullet. I was waiting for that to show up.
Mhm.
Okay, so of the 3 empty rooms, which I'm assuming is here in the middle minimap, we're in the middle one.
Damn, you hurt. Shuichi is just like, I don't really care about seances after the conversation.
I have done the math. If we are good about it, we might finish this game in like November, December. Maybe. Probably not.
You're so optimistic. That's insane.
I mean, he's at the controls now. We can't randomly go gambling anymore, and I'm very sad about that.
I was gonna say it.
Just you wait until
an investigation.
Just you wait until you get to the mono cubs. I have the bullet to the head that is the A button. I can use it.
I was gonna say I wasn't here for the beginning of the stream, but I was saying next chance we get to honor Kaus's memory, we have to go gambling at least once. So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. That's okay. Here's a chair. You can sit in the corner and watch, like a cuck. You are most welcome to join us. Is what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join.
Oh, man.
Aw, man, what a shame! Well, Keyboy, you're out. Oh my god, he's so... Why me? I did not see this coming.
I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while. Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
To be honest, I had thought. Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
What the fuck?
Now you're being let go. Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? Out of context? That's why you're apologizing!
Do not mock me!
No one's apologized yet!
Oh, man.
Fine, our bad. Just don't get mad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude!
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible.
Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi.
I didn't even do anything!
Yeah.
What did I do?
Ugh. The Kibo route has been permanently locked out, Kaus. You can't romance the robot anymore.
Fuck!
Oh, I gotta say T now, because you're the pilot.
Yeah.
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you understand?
It will get weird. Do not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with impurifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon. You will become lightly seasoned.
You drew this magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed. Also, it's dark in here, so be...
Oh, guys.
Wouldn't
Okay,
want you
we're back.
tripping on the salt.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, teach
He had a
What
hiccup.
happened?
Okay,
Oh, no.
I cut out for like a second, but it's okay. I didn't drop any frames.
If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail,
But I'll kill you.
but it may also... I will tear out your... Well, what is his? What did he do again? I'll remove your skin, or whatever he did. What's his threat
Something like
again?
that.
He said, I will remove your nerves. It's pretty close.
Yes, that's right. I will take out your nerves. But it may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
Got it. I'll be careful. I'm surprised you're able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
Have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the Caged Child's song memorized. You must do the same.
Understand.
I have copied the words of the song down here. Please commit it to memory. There's no notes or measurements or anything like that. Just, say it roughly in rhythm and it'll be fine. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics now?
Oh.
If you want to sing in my seance, you have to know the lyrics. Otherwise, you're kicked out. You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody. Oh, he's just like really tone deaf. Anyway,
I
here's Wonderwall.
I listened to Q sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics.
Okay.
All right, now here's the 30th verse.
I think I've got it now.
Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective. Well then, let us begin the Mandel hand hook car door. Let us begin the ritual right away.
Maybe his hand is a hook car door. And that's why it's in
You'll never-
bandage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
How exciting!
This hand used to be a hook, and then I got in a freak accident. Then it became a hand. Yay! We finally get to see Angie!
So then,
For that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl.
And then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
That's kind of
Yay.
kinky, but we'll go with
Well,
it.
I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you might be able to talk to Angie.
Eh.
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbye to her. And after you finish saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
I wanted... Sorry.
Please.
I wanted her to be like, after you finish saying goodbye, I can finally cast her off to hell.
That's crazy.
Don't cast her off to hell.
By the way,
Also, Himiko, let me say this one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't be ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too.
damn it!
And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up.
Okay.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko.
I think you've trained too much.
You're probably right.
It seems like the two of them made up. That's good.
so then,
So now that we've decided on a spirit, he's just like impatiently like tapping his... So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes.
Alright, Himiko, I'll see you later.
now I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle. Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic.
I'm excited to talk to Dryad about some of the things in this chapter.
Make sure you watch your steps.
Hell yeah.
It's so dark in here.
It's like one of those like puzzles, like that like beer game with the maze that you get close to the end and then like a spooky thing comes out.
Please rest your forehead upon this stone
Like, I'm excited to talk to everyone about it, but I think, like, Dryad will be the most nitpicky and angry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to be angry.
Needed as a marker for her.
Like this?
This may
Wow.
be uncomfortable, but
Assume the box position, Tinko.
whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
so then.
All right, now that she's in the turkey position, who has the baster? Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
Kokichi, get the Amazon box.
Yes. Shuichi, find me the Timbuktu label, the shipping label. First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi.
Simply because
And-
their names were.
Hell yeah. And please keep in mind, walk carefully as to not disturb the magic circle. Oh, right, it's me again. Okay, you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I
way too
Oh,
big
wait.
for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
God, Arissa, the thing you messaged me about wasn't even on my radar of weird things in this
I
chapter.
know, I forgot about it.
Hold on! Don't
Do you,
drop it on
do you
top of me.
agree that it's like the same vein of like ridiculous?
It's extremely goofy, but I would also argue, like, okay, give us 30 minutes and then we'll talk about it.
During this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So,
I mean, probably not 30
next,
minutes. That's probably like a
cover the map
post-chapter
show
kind of
again.
conversation.
All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to
Everybody's
put the
dead.
statue of the
You're a
god
parrot
up.
now, Tenko. Go to sleep. It's
Before us,
nighttime.
the statue is quite heavy.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Yeah, you put the
Yo.
athlete in the cage.
Yo, her foot is totally on the salt.
Oh my god, that's now it's
What have you
going to be
done?
haunted.
No,
The soul of
You're going to-
Monokuma.
it's more than
Yeah.
170
You'll experience brain liquid.
I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily.
Himiko, now that you've done that, she'll get that dog in her.
Oh my god.
Okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle.
That's like how I'm made specifically for pizza, but there's no way I could eat more than 3 slices.
So then,
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Tenko's just like, I hate Himiko! This is Angie!
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance.
So, is Tenko the murderer? There has to be some reason Tenko insisted on being the spirit medium, and I don't trust her to be nice. I'm throwing sus on Tenko right now.
I think it's literally just because she's a lesbian, and
she's
she...
just thirsty.
Okay, my genuine theory is because Tenko is obviously in love with Himiko, we all know this, and
Mhm.
Tenko thought Himiko was in love or infatuated with Angie, so she wants Himiko to be able to talk to Angie one last time.
That's effectively what she said. You're also losing to the
That's what
dog
she-
in chess.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that's what
I know.
yeah, that's definitely
No,
that's definitely what she
not
said.
in the not in the Tenko sense. Actually, that one's true.
That one's real. Official confirmed.
Yeah, there's like an official anthology manga that like the authors weren't directly involved, but it's like an anthology manga that is actually approved where like Tenko talks about her feelings. So like, that's true.
Okay.
That's like actual canon.
Tenko's just like, I need a woman inside me somehow.
Damn.
Yes, that's the other reason. We each stood in a different corner.
now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able
Look
to
at Himiko's little elf shoes.
I love how her shoes are pointed up, right? Like she's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Got it.
You needn't move, Himiko.
I use these to impale my enemies.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use
Let me
those.
turn up
Really?
the game volume.
Dude, we have like ceremonial candles, a salt circle, and they're just like, here's like a torch. like a little matchstick.
Okie dokie.
Here's a
I'll blow out the
flamethrower.
candle now.
I guess it is a miniature torch, so it's still fitting.
I walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. room instantly fell into complete darkness.
I'm closing my eyes for this.
Pitch black darkness.
During the visual
I'm
novel.
immersed. Yeah, I'm immersed now.
So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the back wall to my corner.
Kaus, you should also close your eyes to be immersed.
Okay.
How will Calth read?
In my mind. I
Then
can hear
begin
that
the
things
singing.
changed.
Oh,
There it is.
Angie!
At long last.
You've led us all in the Caged Child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom.
It's a whole song, by the way.
I was gonna say, at Mountain's Bottom, that wasn't measured, right?
Imagine doing karaoke and the lyrics show up like this.
Dude, that's, oh my god, haunted karaoke room movie? That's absolute cinema!
Oh shit.
No, really? No one said anything?
Right.
Or did it eat the little girl? At last, at long last.
There's an achievement for that? Okay.
We finished singing the song, but
Reach out and touch Wraith. I wanna edit that achievement so it says reach out and touch grass.
I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say,
That was the dog eating the little girl. Is the caged child Angie Yanaga?
He began calling. Now, if the medium answers,
say.
Oh my god. Is the caged child Angie Yanaga? She's so
going
dead, everyone.
on?
You're not gonna believe this.
Say.
Yeah. She's so fucking dead. Is the caged child Angie Yanaga?
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
Hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear that you were not to speak, yes? But something's weird. Why won't she answer?
Tenko's fucking dead.
Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
What did I just fucking say about not talking? Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What? Is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. I want there to be a lot of suspense.
Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. I managed to strike a match and light the candle once again.
Oh, there's blood on there. I saw that. You're not slick, game! You're not slick.
What do you
Hey,
mean?
what's going on? Did it really fail?
It's nothing. It's just Kokichi on
cannot
screen.
be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
Is Angie
I mean,
not
she was
coming?
she was
Is
stabbed
that
through the
still
floorboards.
Tenko in there?
We already know. She was stabbed through the floorboards.
Tenko?
I see, yes.
Ah, I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well. But how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait. Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. So, by the way, I guess she isn't the murderer anymore.
Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Oh, the floorboards moved.
Oh, she's dead.
Kyo
Yeah, the
pinched the
floorboards
fabric
did move.
gently and pulled it aside.
Oh? Perhaps.
Oh, you think?
Guys, I think I'm going to get sued for malpractice. Something is amiss.
Yeah.
There's a murderer among us.
Himiko ran towards the cage at a sprint.
Himiko, I told you not to step on the... Well, it doesn't matter.
I think we're past that.
But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and...
Started flossing on her. Sorry, I'm ruining the
Fueled by
moment.
desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and...
Oh, guys, who is it?
Really? Really now? She was very obviously dead like 3 minutes ago.
It turns around and Kokichi's also dead. All right. I wanted to talk to Dryad about this. Did you catch any of the super obvious death flags from Tinko?
Yeah. She
was
had,
like,
a really,
I'll see you guys after we get done with all this.
Yeah. I just want you to say goodbye one last time. I've finally grown as a character. Dead.
It was so funny when you started the sentence with, I think Tenko's going too, and then I was like, a prediction? We're guessing what's about to happen? Is the killer. Oh, never mind.
I went the wrong way with it. See, that's the problem. They're too obvious. The death flags are too obvious, and I'm like,
yeah, I mean, it is chapter 3.
More to it.
It is chapter 3 as well. Like, historically, that's the double murder chapter. So
it is.
Yeah, that's the same way in real life too.
Die.
Yeah.
God,
Second battery discovery announcement played, but it didn't.
I have like the power of God being able to skip the Mono Kid segments.
It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
Who is the executive at the writing team who is just like, the 3rd chapter has to be a double kill. We don't have enough room in the script budget. Tango? Seriously?
I think
Zoinks, man!
I do think it was intentional with the way they did it. Because it wasn't at the same time. And people would have gone into this one expecting it to be that way because that's the pattern. And so you see Angie and it's like, oh, it's not a double murder this time, it's a single murder. And then if you're like a 2-year-old and don't recognize that Tinko is going to die before it happens, you're like, oh my god, it is a double murder after all.
Like, when you talk about, we saw Angie die, we investigated, and then we immediately killed Tenko.
What is this?
It was
How did this
practically at the same
happen?
time.
How this happened?
Tinko, Gota's so sorry. Gota no good protect you.
If only Kibo was here.
Holy shit, that's a look that could kill.
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know what's happening.
So lost! Oh, hell yeah. Time to pull that trigger, baby!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, dude! He's here! Wait, no, he's not back.
Sorry, I'm reaching maximum power.
Like, he just showed up here. Alright, now he's back.
Whoa!
Wait, he's actually back. Oh my god. I have to do this voice again. I forgot how to do. It's been like years since I did Monokuma. I'm back. Were you good while I was away? I'm gonna lick you.
Oh god, no!
Wait, he's licking himself too!
That was meant to be a joke. That was meant to
Alright,
be a
it's
joke.
filler.
Oh no.
Okay, and then...
Oh. I'm sorry, I was too excited. I couldn't predict that Tenko was gonna die, but I could predict when Monokuma was about to lick his kid.
That's like the third time we've seen that in this game, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. It's not really. It wasn't really a wild guess.
No, it is a wild guess, because why would they reuse that art asset?
That nuisance is out of the way. What were you guys talking about again? Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
Okay, he did have some important dialogue that I skipped past.
Don't worry, we'll repeat it right now.
Yeah.
Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh? First come, first served?
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. and then fucking Kokichi's just like, oh awesome, just starts killing everyone. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim. I don't know if that's what you mean by wasting. Getting a kill for free is awesome.
You can't escape for it, though.
I guess it's true.
So it's just gotta be for the love of the game.
Yeah, dude, if I'm the last one left, it's the easiest. Oh, I'll add this to the school regulation so you can review it later. I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate Murder 2.
Nice.
Now, the only reason, if they had to say that, they have to be two different people, right? They would not add that and then just be like, they're the same ones anyway.
You're right. Boy, everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst.
Daddy, you're glowing! You're glowing like a lamp! I'm having an aneurysm trying to read today!
You didn't do the father. You're glowing.
Father, you're glowing! You're glowing like a lamp!
There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs.
This is the same line 2 times in a row. Why did you write that?
For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Bye-bye.
Aside from the other two, which are already dead.
Yes, and then, alright.
Wait, did I just see the line I think I saw?
You did, and I skipped it.
Oh, thank you.
You know, mathematically, everyone else is getting about 66% more love now that those two are dead.
So, to make sense of all of that...
Listen closely.
Oh yeah,
God, it really is.
Like a Cliff Notes version. Oh wait, this is me. Fuck.
Yeah.
If both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope. We don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How
I feel like that's a red
exciting.
herring. Ah, finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
You fucking psycho.
Hell yeah.
Shuichi!
just the second guy is just like, I killed her. I mean, whatever. It was fun. Shuichi, this is bad.
Huh?
How could I get Maki to like me if people keep dying?
It's been 2 months.
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed, and I can't believe it took us 2 months to find out. No wonder you guys made us wait for this investigation for so long. Because
Yeah,
you knew another death was happening right
I
away.
asked
I knew we
Arissa.
were like 15 minutes away from the next actual murder.
Jeez. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now, because I'm scared of ghosts. This is where you need to step up
Listen up.
and investigate an actual dead body. Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Like that one guy from Star Wars.
Yeah?
All right.
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. I'm tired of you
Alright, try it. Let's read the line.
Your partner again. Okay, man, door hit the car door.
The victim is Tenko Tab. I don't think I've ever read Tenko's last name!
Do you want to try?
Chabashira, yeah.
Chabashira, the ultimate, yeah.
Ultimate man, door
Only
hit
after you
the car
remember the
door.
fourth floor! The time of death is approximately 11 a.m. The only injury oh wow! I'm having an aneurysm this time. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck?
We are just passing this aneurysm around.
A stab wound on the back of her neck. The same as Angie's cause of death.
It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse.
Kokichi, you're the fucking killer.
Curse?
Jeez.
Just him scurrying under the floorboards.
Not again.
Yes, he would, little asshole!
But this is the problem. Now that we know the wound is on the back of her neck, I don't know if you can stab someone through the floorboards that way.
Hey!
Oh shit!
Yay.
Oh,
wait,
my
voice.
girlfriend.
Curse!
Let's cuddle up, her warmth is cold!
Down. No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Did you want to die?
Don't send her to the room!
It just cuts to a grainy cutscene. Kaido's dead.
Surprise! Oh no, Danganronpa first, we have a triple murder.
Ding dong dong ding.
Are you okay?
Oh, he's bleeding!
He's really bleeding.
My bad.
Kaito, are you okay?
I'm sorry.
Wow!
I'm sorry. This line is genuinely funny, so I had to for a sec. My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Makiro. I wish his portrait stumbled as it's fun.
Kaito left the room, still a little wobbly.
I can't believe I'd never heard about that name being like effectively Danganronpa chai tea. Roll.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pun.
Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
Thank you, Kibo.
True. We haven't time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk. Quick, let's do another seance! We'll possess
That's
we'll get Tenko's
True,
spirit.
but Angie and then Tenko. And to think earlier, I was suspicious of Tenko.
You and me both, sister.
I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again.
Alright. Wild
Tenko's
wild
death
prediction.
caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking.
Wild prediction.
Wild prediction. Tenko was actually Angie's killer. And then someone else killed Tenko. And Monokuma is going to use the fact that Tenko's already dead as an excuse to execute the second culprit anyway.
Ooh, I like that.
That would make sense.
I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Faster. Stronger. But I'm a
Better.
detective.
I like you said, but I'm a detective instead of because. You're like, oh shit, I'm pretty good at this.
My brain auto-filled it.
that definitely had like, I'm a surgeon energy.
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
Gonta not hiding any evidence. No, that won't be necessary.
Ah,
He's gonna turn on his freaking light.
Yeah, it's not necessary at all.
Oh, why?
listen up.
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. New power? Oh god,
Activating
she gave
big
him a
bomb.
flashlight.
His eyes lit up. I, Muiruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
It's just probably really bad for
Just
photosensitive
leave it to
people,
me.
right?
I will become the guiding light that shines on
It's a
you.
little rough.
Shine on!
Did she say shine on, you
Shine
crazy diamond?
crazy fucking diamond!
Isn't that like a
Wow.
reference to a song?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a
Okay.
Pink Floyd song about their drummer who died. And it's actually very
That's-
sad.
Oh, I was gonna say that does not bode well for Kibo. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
Look, the game had a rating. They had to change out the E with an A.
Alright, uh-oh.
What?
Wait,
What?
A for anyone?
What?
Like, will anyone play this game?
I'm not explaining that joke.
Okay, but it's
Oh,
bright now, so we should hurry and
Flashlight.
investigate.
Change out the
Oh.
A with an E.
I will not
How does that
explain the
even-
joke. Immediately explains the joke. No conviction.
What
Oh
if I
man.
mute the cows for an entire stream? I need to create like a
Go
water
for
gun
it.
system. And mutes cows for like 5 seconds per infraction.
If you're muting Kels for that, you gotta mute me for like an hour.
Okay.
If you mute me, I'm just gonna go get chips. Yeah, you're right.
Kels, ultimate liar. They were gonna get chips anyway.
I want to go get chips, but I can't go get chips because I'm voicing the fucking pro tag and I don't get a break.
True. This is the best diet.
I'm hungry. It's the magic circle cue drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
God, Himiko like ran around so fast to do all this.
Hamster.
Hamster.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes, it was made with salt. It makes you lightly seasoned. We've already been through this. Whenever I perform a seance, I use salt.
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had the spirits enter my
right at it.
bosom.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
My boba tea.
Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. Found it refreshing, actually. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
Why is like every guy in this game like a masochist?
Because it's Danganronpa?
I think it's just. Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Oh god!
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the cage dog village.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. We destroyed his drawing.
my
And someone is dead.
Oh my god, look at Kibo in the corner!
who will the cage dog eat now? Walk towards the light, brother.
He really said Kibo Kibo
Ah,
beam.
this floorboard is loose! And it's the one right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose.
Alright, nice.
I
There's
hate that I saw like thick and heavy, and it reminded me of that one line that Sonya says in
spaghetti.
Danganronpa 2.
Oh yeah.
There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be a rock. It's papyrus!
My friend Penny.
It's a Pippus!
Alright, we just read this. You're resting your head on the rug.
Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage.
There's no... I guess let's look at the cage.
This is the cage used in the seance.
Is this...
There's cage on the top. Or there's cage. There's blood on it. Holy crap. What's wrong with me?
There's cage on the top
Cage
too.
on this cage!
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside.
Collapse. Iron cage. You could fit so many dead bodies in this thing.
During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. It was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Yeah, that's really the problem here.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this.
Is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Tenko's blood, yeah?
that's true.
Yes, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance.
Remember
the
when
cage
this
was
happened?
lifted after the seance,
Yeah.
she was already dead. Let's
Doesn't
look at her
really
dead
make a whole
body
lot of
more.
sense.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this blood stain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted? How is that a possibility?
I don't know either.
Did Himiko fucking kill her?
No, that would be really dumb.
I-
And if that is actually what happens, then I'm gonna riot. I'll flip a biscuit.
Like, something similar kind of happens in Danganronpa 2, but in that game it's even more ridiculous than what's being suggested here, and it's still ridiculous.
Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Wait.
You know what's confusing for me? I wonder why she's in that position.
Like on
Was
her
she-
side?
Yeah, was she on her side when we lifted the blanket, or was that Himiko doing that?
I don't know if she was, like, maintaining the downward dog position post-mortem. After you
That's what
die,
I'm
you probably just
saying.
flop over.
If you're hunched over like a turtle, I feel like you would maintain that position if you die. Or
Right,
at least
okay,
you
and then
wouldn't
it's
be
just
on your
instant.
side.
Yeah, so... But the floorboard was moved. Like, underneath her. So she was jostled around a little bit.
I guess you're right. I guess the floorboard was
playing
pushed.
VR chat!
Yeah, I guess it was pushed. She would have. Then the floorboard would have had to be moved. I guess it would have been like immediately as she died or after she died,
Yeah.
which would make sense. Okay, sorry
Understood.
for.
I will not say a word until the seance is over.
But Tenko really just wouldn't keep her mouth shut, despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With the wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're speaking from experience.
That's obvious.
Of course, quick death's my specialty.
I've died many times.
Well then, that makes
By
sense.
the way,
They call me the Time Looper. Surprise, I'm from Zero Escape.
Oh,
God damn
The
it!
real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue.
Gonto's grippers? Gonto's grippers at your motoped. Right, and
It
is
seemed
this-
like
this is
he
what I
had,
just
like,
did,
pink
right?
nail polish, but it's blood.
It's fatal.
Yeah, we already saw this one.
And there's a missing weapon.
Here.
In that case, did
I
we
think we
examine
got-
everything?
Did we talk to Rock?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
talk
yeah.
around.
There's still there's more things. Hole in the corner. Hole in the corner.
There's a small opening in the corner of the room.
Why is that
Doesn't look
important?
big enough for a person to get through, but still.
this
A hole? Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
What? Something down there.
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go onto the floorboard and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Right, let's do it.
Okay. So we just need to investigate everything and then we can go down.
Okay.
Candles hung on the walls, they're the only source of the light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without candles it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? The white sheet we used for the seance. It was placed on top of the cage. Q was the one who removed it.
The sheet is the killer.
Oh,
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back... Look, there's a bloodstain on it right around the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric. Oh, it's you.
Oh, which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth.
Okay. Now the dog. What if he has dialogue? He's like, "Hey guys, let me tell you how it
No.
happened."
It's a
I
wooden
saw
dog statue
everything.
used in seance. It's called the dog god.
Mhm.
During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly,
Q said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls? Why would you know that?
Also,
And also, that's
this-
objectively not true.
yeah, also
exactly.
crazy.
maybe
Girls
like
of what age?
yeah. I mean, young high school.
Oh, yeah,
Japanese
I
girls,
guess.
I guess. What's you? Right, good
What do
call
you
out,
know
Maki.
about girls? Have you even touched a woman beside your mother?
Are we talking like 2 Himikos or 2 Sakuras? Because those are 2 different measurements.
What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing on top of the cage, then... If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tinker wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. It didn't sound like you were kidding earlier.
What, can I not joke? Can I not make jokes, Shuichi? I'm trying to be funny.
And she really was like, "Fuck you, asshole."
Yeah.
What?
Sorry,
I'm
you
just
didn't
what?
threaten
I'm
to
just
kill
telling a
me.
joke. It's a gaff.
I was gonna say like, I'm sorry, you didn't threaten to kill me, so I didn't register that you were joking.
You keep telling me to lighten up, so I'm trying my best.
Lighten up, you say, Kibo.
Yeah. What's more like Kibo? Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. It's like here, like the superhero, like
Oh, that's
Superman
it?
theme stop
Okay.
playing.
Well, can we go in whole?
Go in whole. I'm pretty sure
Small
you gotta talk to the other
opening,
people, like
space,
Ganta
check.
or...
He does have a green aura.
Why?
First Angie, then Tinko. Both are so ashamed, like Gonta could protect friends. Gonta very useful to plot, and progression in general.
That cannot be.
Ganta provides very strong grounding. Why he did this?
Knew it.
Carol, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course, I'm shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly.
Because your medium was fucking dead! He seems more concerned by that than the murder!
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we I made this. If we perform the caged out spirit again, Mandor Hancock Cardor and summon Tenko's spirit this time,
This is stupid.
we can kill a third person.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
True, it may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed a cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage and killed Tenko. Then all four of us placed a wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song.
The dog and the lost girl. Something happened.
Number
There's
one
only
victory
one.
royale.
They die.
Yeah, Fortnite. It's time to get down.
Hell yeah. It is a mystery to me as well. Thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. Just a little goof.
That was pretty loud for someone tripping. Perhaps
What do
Kyo knows something?
And then what happened?
Yes.
And then I killed her.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokiki. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles.
Shukiki and Kokiki.
And while they were distracted, I murdered her. With my dark vision. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. And then Himiko stepped on the salt and then she died. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth. And then... Himiko ran over to the cage the moment she lifted it.
What if that was the plot? Himiko stepped on the salt so her neck exploded. And that's how this murder happened.
Step on a crack, break your mother's back. Step on salt. Your life comes
Be
to a
really
halt.
careful. Be really careful. Don't step on the salt. Underneath each bit of salt, I implanted 4 bombs. And the bombs will trigger underneath Tenko's neck and kill her. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem.
Tinko's dead.
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Because, God.
Because it's fucking wrong. Maybe someone moved from the corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Yes, that's also true.
Obviously, since this seance was clearly a sham.
Maki never was one to pull her punches.
Man, things are
Let me go in the hole.
My way. Let me go
Yay,
in the
Maki, we
hole.
finished investigating here. Can we perhaps check floor time?
Or
Please?
Mandor hook
Seems
our
pretty
floor.
dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Cuba's light from up here, that should be fine.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Got it. Pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move easily on all fours. That is a huge crawl space.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues, gang.
I didn't even realize that was a crawl space. I thought there was just a whole other first floor.
Yeah, the perspective is... Sorry.
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah.
The perspective does make it look like this is a giant, like, warehouse.
There's a fucking scythe!
There's a scythe.
There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
well...
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target.
Very good, Maki.
I mean,
Thrown
very
that
subtly.
was
I don't know.
lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
That's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you would have stabbed into it with a 6-inch blade. Well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
Then her posture is the question.
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
it's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible.
It's one of the forts, but I didn't know. There's 2 points of dripping
I don't-
blood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dry blood.
there's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose
That-
floorboard.
So would that imply that Angie was killed here and then moved?
Ooh. Well, that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Oh, why is there blood here?
Hey,
This was tested before.
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
Ah,
You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this
what do you
floorboard.
mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
that's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these bloodstains here are completely dry. There must be some reason why these particular stains are dry.
Whoa, multiple at once.
Oh my god, so much blood in my inventory now.
Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's.
Oh, really? Dude, I picked up my drink. I figured they were gonna talk about that. Hole.
Hole.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, not that. Not that hole.
Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
Hey,
Oh.
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away.
Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor.
God, this case is so fucking stupid. I'm just like, as we're going through it piece by piece, I'm like, this is also dumb.
That's the worst, when you know the solution to the problem and you see what evidence is lying ahead of you and you're like, even knowing how I'm supposed to piece this together, this is dumb as shit.
We did alright because we had a light, but without that it'd be pitch black.
Yo, double rhymes, let's go.
But that might make it impossible to move around in here.
nope.
Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible?
No, you're wrong.
It's not true.
We're gonna prove that wrong later, in like 4 hours and 8 streams.
But crosspiece.
Ah, look. Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too.
And from what I can see of it,
that's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone.
I was gonna say, that's like a machine cut. That's clean.
There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is, why?
Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose does this serve?
The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why?
Okay, is that everything? Yes.
I think we've been
Yippee.
finished here.
Is that alright?
Maki, do you want to head back up?
No, I want to stay in the hole.
Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back
We had a nice nap.
and returned to our investigation.
by the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the Blacken we need to vote for is...
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who... G. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yes, of course.
but
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry.
Alright, let's get out of here. I feel like we're making good progress.
When I came to the hallway,
There was a third body!
a scene more surprising than I could have imagined
Oh,
unfolded.
no. Holy shit!
What? What?
A third body! Oh.
Oh, you fucker!
I forgot when that happened, but I knew it was coming.
They got me,
Yeah.
they got me. You know what, Kokichi, you could have that one. That was sick, nasty. I like give him a high five. That was pretty good, you got me.
You know what? It's a lie! Shoots him in the head.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, it's not.
Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror, maybe piss a little?
What are you doing, asshole?
Oh my god, he's traumatized.
Good.
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Okay, so what are you doing? Why are you
losing
bleeding?
brain cells? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped through a floorboard?
Geez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck.
The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean
That's a blah.
it's a blush? Huh?
Confidence! Dreams! That's what the Killing Game is all about! Killing Game fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes! Baseball! Soccer! The Killing Game beholds!
The investigation's already over?
Yeah, well, this is the second
turns
crime
out.
scene.
I guess so. Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something. My pulse! It's
What are
gone.
you trying to check?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Gil perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle in the exact same way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the exact same tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. When it's convenient. At the class trial. So, see you there!
Kokichi left, and the blood loss clearly affecting his pudding bit.
We've had 2 deaths, and we've had 2 people, like, grievously injured. This is the most violent chapter ever.
Let's go to.
Go to where? Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
All right,
Haha, just kidding. I'm doing comedy again.
where is the haha?
Where's the trial grounds? I've lost blood. I don't know where I'm going. Alright, before we actually start the trial, what are our predictions? What do we think? Because right now, I don't know. This is a pretty tough one. To be fair, I'm only thinking about Tenko's murder. Because goddamn, if I could remember anything about Angie's murder before, like from last session.
Well, okay, we went in to Angie's room, and she's dead on the floor.
Could we like see the truth bullets first? I'd like to do a prediction before we actually go into the class trial.
I think it gives us that option, like before we actually go into
you
trial.
go into the menu and just bullets. Yeah. Okay.
Time of death is 2 a.m. By a fatal stab wound to the torso. She has lacerations in her forehead. And a second victim. This is the locked door that the mystery is, like, we don't know what's inside.
Yes. We don't know what was inside the back door. It's just a back door, isn't it?
Was it? But I was locked from the inside. It moves the slightest touch. Something gold and shiny was on the handle. I don't know if we saw what was inside the room or if it was just a normal storage room.
It's the
It
back
is just
door,
the back
right?
door.
Okay.
It's just another way. It goes back to the hallway.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. There's this bloody piece of duct tape. Her forehead was injured, but it wasn't bleeding very much. There's the Necronomicon.
Right.
There were 4 wax effigies hanging up, and Kaede's has a katana sticking through it.
Okay.
Tsumugi is here.
Wait,
Being
we're
plot
done?
relevant as ever. That's the stuff here. Is this the Monokuma room? This is it, right?
Yeah.
Shrine of Judgment.
Hey, sorry, I'm back from Omega Coffee.
No worries.
We're trying to pick. Okay, good. We have the whole cast here, so we can think about. Oh fuck! Damn it! It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Let's
Which
friends
ironically
mean it.
should make it easier to guess a murder.
Mean it that much harder to solve
Don't
mystery.
worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Ganta. And wow,
Yeah.
he's cleaned up.
Going to do his best to help.
I want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Okay.
I'll write a mean song about you.
More importantly, are you okay, Kaido?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But, wow, Makiro sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. God damn you.
Don't talk about a tennis guy that way. Oh, fuck. His name.
Ryoma.
Ryoma.
Yeah, don't talk
Yeah,
about our
Ryoma.
best friend, Tennis Guy.
I know it's a Twitter, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
As though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in
Atua, please. Please lend us your power.
But
Yo, Atua's so fucking gone. Why are we still talking about him? It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
I'm no longer a shining light, I guess. Like, that phase is over. She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in true.
How long are you gonna say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh,
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say?
Alright, is there anyone in particular we want to talk to?
Okay, hold on. I'm thinking about who committed these fucking crimes. So, important things. Who was it? It was you. Oh my god, calm down. It was you, Kokichi.
Himiko was here.
Himiko,
And
and Korikyo. Those are the 4 people that did the seance, in addition to Tenko. Now I have no idea. Okay, let's solve an easy question. Do we think that someone in the room had the weapon and dropped it, or do we think someone was hiding in the bottom?
Hiding.
You think they were hiding, right?
Yeah.
I know the answer,
But then,
and it's really
Yeah, what-
dumb.
Of course you know the answer. Okay, so here's my thought, right? I think the killer is God. Okay, man, there's so many options. I can't pick one, but I have to. And all signs so far kind of point to Korkio. I think that the fact that he... Well, no. Because I'm thinking about that fucking stone, right? There's the rock. The rock that Tenko is sitting on. And I bet that it, like... I don't know, I bet it, like, glows in the dark or something. I bet it's being used as a marker of some kind for someone to stab through or into.
Well, if it glowed in the dark, then everyone would have... They didn't have their eyes closed, just the room was dark.
Right, but every time the room was dark, the cloth was covering the rock.
I see what you mean.
And the cloth
they
was
wouldn't
of
have seen
certain quality. Hear me out. I think it was Himiko.
It was Himiko?
I was crawling under
Don't
the
ask me
floorboards and
why.
got a rat.
I felt bad because she gave me that really nice speech, but I sort of set this whole thing up.
Yeah. She does the thing that I wish a character in this game does, where she like clears her throat and it's like, so you finally found me out, huh?
There's no... Okay, you said it's really stupid. So I'm saying this now so that when it does happen, I can get mad about it. But Himiko herself offered to be the person in the cage. There's no way it's her. Unless she mastermind knew that Tenko would, like, insist on replacing her.
What if
the
Himiko
thing
killed
is,
Angie,
there
felt
is-
bad about it, and then got somebody else to try and kill her?
The thing is,
But how
we're
would she-
putting so much work into logicking this out, it's stupid in a way that you will never process.
But now you're
Just by
challenging me to
trying
process
to use
it.
logic.
Okay. Alright, last ditch effort. It's Gonta.
No! I refuse!
Gonta with his super sneaky grippers snuck into the room, and he's strong enough to lift the dog statue, kill her, and then put the dog statue back.
Like lift the entire cage, not even because the sheet wasn't punctured.
Exactly. Well,
He
she
just
lifted
lifts up
it
the entire cage with one hand.
without messing up the circle. Like he's just built it.
Yeah, he does it in the swiftest of motions. That one clunk was all actions happening. He runs in, he lifts the cage, he stabs, he tosses the sickle, he drops the cage, he runs back out, all in that one thunk.
He's crawling across the floor on his tiptoes. It goes like the like in cartoons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's I'm giving myself two guesses for Tenko's death. If it was someone that was inside the seance room, then it has to be Korkio, because he had time to set up the scenario that allowed him to hide. I think he was in the room and then just went down. He went through the floorboard or something. I bet he did it quietly or whatever. If it was someone that wasn't in there, then I mean, could it possibly be it was Gonta?
Yeah.
Could it have possibly been Mew?
I'm gonna guess
There's no way it was
Kaito. Like, as a very genuine guess.
Is there more to that theory, or...?
No.
Okay.
That was Kokichi, because he's a little asshole.
I don't think it was Kokichi.
No, that would be too simple of an answer.
All right, I want to think
But
about
they did
Angie's
say it was
death. I know we're
stupid.
spending way too long. Right
No,
after T was like, "We're making a lot of progress."
No, like effectively, once we get to the trial, I'm going to go ahead and end stream because it is time. So feel free to make your predictions and do like end of stream talk about what you think is going to happen next. We'll definitely have to skip next week. So it's fine to do this now.
Can't do it. All right. So here's a question that I want us to all think about. How did Tenko kill Angie, because I am like 100% on board the Tenko killed Angie and then died, so Monokuma's gonna kill the second culprit anyway, like plan. I'm I'm all on board that theory train. So for me it's a given that Tenko killed Angie.
Oh my god, wait. So, crackpot theory time. Crackpot theory time. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that Angie was also killed in the same way that, or at least that blood that was there. Unless somebody already fell through that floorboard and hit their head. Caught initial bloodstain that was there, which is entirely possible, but I'm figuring. Yeah, little Kokichi asshole. But
did anyone
Tenko
hit their head in the game yet? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my thing of did anybody hit their head? I mean, it was at night. Like the first time they found it could have been an entirely different time. So, but I digress. We're working off the theory that Angie was also killed in that middle room and then dragged over to the art room.
Dryad, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's the worst answer?
The worst answer is probably Maki did the kill. Worst answer is Maki killed both of them.
Maki killed both of them. Any reason in particular, Maki?
Yeah.
Just because you like her.
Because
character.
Maki like made a whole deal about not killing anyone, and it would seem like a really terrible, like you'd have to really justify it narratively for her killing someone to betray both her own character arc and also the setup of the whole chapter so far. That would be a lot. That would be a lot of heavy lifting the writers would have to do. So worst answer, Maki killed both of them.
I like that worst answer. Rumble, rumble, rumble.
I don't like that you like it. She did kill both of them.
If she did, I'm going to find the writer's house, go to it.
It's because she
go under their floorboards and kill them. As usually, walk down towards the elevator in silence.
Yeah, the night before the Korikyo did the seance that makes a random person really bad narratively. And it hit Maki.
We got through an entire investigation in one stream.
Yippee!
Like, 85% of it.
Like, effectively all of it.
Into madness.
And that, included a seance, which wasn't in the other ones,
true.
may I add.
We had to listen to entire Wonderwall.
Yeah, that's true.
And you'll have to listen to it again, I believe, 2 more times during the trial.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god, welcome back, Apollo Justice, Case 3.
Alright. Thank you everyone for showing up. Like I said earlier, next week I have other obligations. Can't do it. The way we're trying to schedule
second week off anyway.
Yeah.
We'll be replaying, Deltarune for, the 4th time, probably.
Right. In 2 days, me, Dryad, and Callus are going to be on Danganronpa, not on Danganronpa, on Deltarune.
On a good game. Guy personally goes back to Danganronpa. What an elaborate joke. It's Deltarune release day, so we play Danganronpa for some
God,
reason.
I'd rather die, actually. But we're going to be playing that. We've made a whole bingo board, and for every bingo we get, we're going to donate $5 to Trevor Project. Arissa needs to catch up more. I'm excited to show Arissa the Spamton sweepstakes at some point off stream.
Oh my god, yes!
Has Arissa been reading the slideshow, or does Arissa still need to play the games?
Arissa still needs
I'm
to
still playing the game. I'm on chapter 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no
I beat
spoilers.
the Spamton boss. Yeah, I beat the Spamton boss fight and did the scene following, and then
Normal
didn't save my
Spamton.
game, and now I have to go back to the beginning of the Spamton boss fight. So I'm at the Spamton boss
Like-
fight.
Right, the dumpster? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. He's funny. I love him.
But the week after next, we should be fine. The way we're scheduling it now is if nothing important happens, we try to do it every week. Arissa participates every other week, and then if something important happens, we wait for Arissa to be present.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've counted, and it's going to be really close if we can finish it by the end of 2025. And, like, it's not going to happen, but I want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does anyone else have anything else they would like to add or announce?
Yes.
No.
Tomorrow we are completing the Feywild arc of Ultimate Academy. And then I will be going on hiatus to prepare for the final arcs of Ultimate Academy. So be there for the finale of this arc. It'll be you will have something very exciting happen by the end, I think. And then after that there's going to be a lot of prep work. We'll be back probably around August.
Just kidding. There's 10 more turns left in combat.
Oh, dude, 10 more turns. Arissa, you played D&D, Arissa?
Yes, twice a week, every week for the past 2 years in person.
You're a gamer. We just did this. I'm doing this giant boss fight, and I don't know if I'm just a bit of a crazy DM, but we had like a whole 3.5 hour session that spanned about 4 turns of combat.
Oh yeah, my IRL group will do one combat in 6 hours.
Jeez.
Mind you, we have
That's-
8 players.
8 players is a lot. I would say that I
Yeah.
only have 3 players, but my 3 players always brings 2 or 3 fucking pets with them.
Yeah, and a
Oh yeah,
special
so does my
secret.
party.
A special
Everyone
secret
has a
fourth.
pet.
A 4th player showed up, and there's 2 bosses, and there's 3 NPCs.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. But it's a really exciting fight. It's like a big boss fight, so it becomes a 2-parter. Anyway, look forward to that. I'm very excited for it. I also I want to make another bingo card of Deltarune just because there's so much stuff we didn't talk about. That's just my own personal card. We never talked about the eggs,
No, we did.
but in the bingo card we never did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Okay. Anything from Kels? Okay.
No, I'm incredibly busy over the next 2 weeks. I don't have any major announcements or plans. I mean, I do, but not for streaming. I have major plans, but not for streaming.
Thank you for the follow, new person whose name is too small for me to see on my screen. But thank you. I'm actually just ending stream. I will catch you all, in 2 days for Deltarune? Good lord.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Deltarune tomorrow.
All right.